I seek leave to make a ministerial statement.
Leave is sought. Is leave granted?
Thank you, sir. I'm pleased to table today on behalf of the Child Development Council How Are They Faring? South Australia's 2020 report card, the first annual report under South Australia's Outcomes Framework for Children and Young People. I congratulate the Child Development Council and in particular presiding member Dr Anne Glover AO on this comprehensive independent assessment of the lives and well-being of children and young people using the framework's 5 dimensions: health, safety, well-being, education and citizenship. In 2019, there were 368,600 children and young people under 18 years estimated to be living in South Australia, representing 21% of our total population. The Child Development Council reports that most children and young people in South Australia are faring well, in good health, in safe housing, connected with family, friends and culture, enrolled in education from an early age, and gaining skills in independent living and community and civil engagement. The report card highlights, however, that more must be done to resolve economic and social inequalities, higher Aboriginal infant mortality rates, emotional, mental health and behavioural problems, increasing obesity rates and alcohol and illicit drug use. Also of concern are abuse notifications, experiences of bullying, school attendance rates and the increasing number of developmentally vulnerable children starting school. I welcome the Child Development Council's advice on priorities for collective action and am pleased, sir, to report that work is well underway across government in all areas, both to maintain the existing high standard of living and advantages available to South Australian children and young people, and to improve outcomes in areas that all South Australians agree are critical to the future of children and young people and our state as a whole. Through the Social Affairs Cabinet Committee, the Department for Child Protection, the Department of Human Services, Wellbeing SA, the Women's and Children Health Network, the Department for Education and the Department of Premier and Cabinet continue to drive a range of programs and policy development individually and collaboratively. Critical government priorities include our landmark universal and targeted health and development assessments and support delivered for many years by the Child and Family Health Service. Government agencies are guided in their actions by the South Australian Government Aboriginal Affairs Action Plan 2019-20, and we have established the Office of the Commissioner for Aboriginal Children and Young People to promote the rights, development and well-being of Aboriginal children and young people in particular. The newly established Wellbeing SA has recently released its first strategic plan, working towards outcomes of improved physical, mental and social well-being, reduced preventable burden of disease and improved quality of life and social connectedness, with a specific focus on the early years to support all South Australian children to have the best start in life for optimal growth and development. I'm personally pleased to report that the Department for Education has a range of programs to support child development and educational outcomes and assist the most vulnerable to fully participate in the education system. These include, but are not limited to, the Aboriginal Education Strategy, functional needs funding for students with a disability, tailored one-plan documents for children with additional support needs that will follow them through their education journeys, and the package of measures contained in the Government's Literacy Guarantee program. I look forward to continuing to update the House on the wide range of work being undertaken within the Education Department to address the Council's priorities and collaborating with my ministerial colleagues to continue to improve outcomes for children and young people and ensure that the next Child Development Council report card demonstrates even more progress. I'm very pleased to table the report card today, and again I commend the Child Development Council and its Chair, Dr Anne Glover, for their work.